Good morning. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay. In the previous class, we have saw 2 or 3 derivation, isn't it? Right. Have you written in your classwork and made it as assignment? Okay. Many children have sent the pictures. I'm really happy of you. Okay. Continue writing. Okay. Each and every derivation should be written in your assignment and also in your classbook. Okay, it is very important. Okay, in your 12th standard physics there are a lot of derivations only. Okay, so the derivations are very easy. If you understand it, it is very easier for you. Okay, so understand it clearly. Okay, yes, in the previous classes we have saw what is Gauss law. Okay, what is Gauss law? What is Gauss law? Do you remember? Gauss law is defined by a electric flux, isn't it? Defined by a electric flux. Electric flux is equal to, what is the formula for Gauss law? This is electric flux. It is equal to the integration E vector dA vector. This is the closed integral of electric field into the area. This is the electric flux. This is the Gauss law. Based upon this formula, we are going to see 3 important cases. Okay, electric field due to infinitely long charged wire, and electric field due to infinite plane sheet, electric field due to uniform charged spherical cell. Okay, we are going to see 3 derivations based upon application of Gauss law. Okay, based upon the applications of Gauss law. Write down the heading application of Gauss law. Application of Gauss law. Based upon the application of Gauss law, this is the formula for Gauss law, and based upon its applications, we are going to derive 3 equations and find the electric field of that 3. In a infinitely long wire, what is the electric field? In a plane sheet, what is the electric field? In a spherical shell, what is the electric field? Okay, we are going to find it today. Okay. Okay, have you written? Right. Electric field due to an infinitely long charged wire. Okay. In your note, I will be giving only the derivations, okay? But by writing in exam, you have to write let A be the point, B be the point, okay? Like that, you have to write step by step, okay? You see the book, okay? For writing for exams and for writing the assignment also, you have to see your book and you have to write, okay? See here, we are taking an infinitely long charged conductor. This is a charged conductor. It is a very long, okay? The charge means I am giving a positive charge. I am giving a positive charge. This is a charged conductor. This is a charged conductor, okay? While you are writing, you have to write, consider an infinitely long straight conductor wire having a linear charge density. The charge is denoted by lambda. Charge density is lambda. So lambda is the charge density. Charge density. Okay. Okay. The length is L. The whole length is L. Whole length is L. Okay. Then what will be the charge value? Q equal to, the charge Q equal to lambda into L. Lambda into L. Okay. This is the charge. This is the charge of the infinite conductor. Okay, children, have you noted? Charge of a conductor equal to lambda into L. Lambda is the charge density, L is the length. Okay. Now, we are going to place a point P. Place a point P. The distance from the conductor is R. That is small r. Okay. You are going to find electric field at the point P. Electric field at the point P. You are going to find the electric field at the point P. Okay. What is this? Here is a infinitely long charged wire. The charge density is lambda and the length of the wire is L, and the distance between the point P and the charged wire is R, small r. And here is the electric field generated. Now you are going to find that electric field. You are going to find that electric field. Okay? Shall we find? Okay, for finding the electric field, now what we are doing now? See, here is two areas, two charged areas, okay? Two charged areas. Here one area, here one area. This is A1, this is A2, okay? Now, going here, make it here, okay? This goes here. This is the resultant and this is. So, here is the electric field. Here is one electric field, here is one electric field, the distances are, okay? Right. Now, the charge flows in a cylindrical way, okay? Circular way. In this way, okay? The charge is everywhere, okay? The charge is rotating in a circular path, okay? So, then we are making another point here like this. As here there is a point P, here is a point Q. Here is a point Q, okay? And here the electric field is E vector. And you are joining from this. The same one, okay? Here what electric field is there? Here also same. So here also distances are. Okay? If you point a place here S, then also the electric field will be same. If you point a place here capital R, then also the electric field will be same. So the circular path, in this circular path between the charged wire, the electric field will be same everywhere. So now we are placing a cylinder. Placing a cylinder. Placing a cylinder. Okay. Now you are placing a cylinder outside the infinite charged wire. Infinite charged wire. Okay. In that cylinder, we are going to place the three areas, okay? In the curved surface area. Cylinder a curved surface, okay? It looks like a curved surface, okay? So, this area is a curved surface. So, in this curved surface, we are taking the area. We are taking the area, okay? And here, in both the sides also we are taking the area. Here also we are cutting the area. Why we are cutting? Because in the area electric field evlo irukku. In the area evlo electric field irukku. So, the full area கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு ஏரியாவை கண்டுபிடிச்சு இன்டெகிரல் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படினா the whole ஏரியாக்கு அந்த electric field. So இவ்ளோ ஏரியாக்கு கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும். So இவ்ளோ இடத்துல கொஞ்சம் இடத்துல நம்ம இன்டெகிரல் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா this full area also the same value, okay? Integration for doing the calculus or integration, it will give the whole value, okay? If we take a small part and if we integrate it, we will get the result of the whole value, okay? Okay children, we in a cylindrical shell, okay, in a cylindrical path, we have taken three areas, okay? In this area, electric field goes here. So this is the electric field and the vector is like this. That is n cap, okay? And here the degree is 0. The degree is 0. And here the electric field goes like this and the n vector perpendicular, okay? It is perpendicular and the degree is 90 degree. Degree is 90 degree. Here the degree is 0. Here also the same, okay? The vector E vector electric field goes here and it is perpendicular, that is n vector, and the theta equal to 90 degree. Theta equal to 90 degree, okay? Have you understood children? What we are doing here? Consider an infinitely long straight wire having a uniform linear charge density lambda. Uniform uniformly linear charge density over the long wire. Okay. Next, P be the point at a perpendicular distance R from the wire. Okay. Now the electric field at the point P can be found by using the Gauss law. We are going to find this electric field. Okay. We are going to find the electric field at the point P by using the Gauss law. Okay. So we choose two small charge element. We choose two small charge element A1 and A2. A1 and A2. Two charged elements, okay, on the wire which are at equal distances from the point P. Point P, A1 and A2 are in equal distances, okay. Now, the resultant electric field due to these two charges radially away from the charge of the wire, and the magnitude of electric field is same at all the points on the circle of radius R, okay. Okay, see the picture. Now we have drawn a cylindrical symmetry. We have drawn a cylindrical symmetry. Now we are going to find the electric flux. We are going to find the electric flux. Okay, what is the formula for electric flux? Total electric flux equal to total electric flux we are going to find. So here one area, here one area, here one area. So curved surface area, and at the point at the top surface and at the bottom surface. Okay, you classify the formula electric flux equal to integration of E into dx. E into dx. So for x we are putting the area dA. This is the Gauss law. This is the Gauss law. Okay, we understood, children? Now this is the formula for Gauss law. Now we are going to find the total electric flux for the three areas. First of all, for curved surface area. Curved surface area plus, and the top surface plus the bottom surface. In the three places, okay, we are going to find the electric flux. Okay, for curved surface area, E into dA. Okay, plus here also E into dA plus E into dA. Okay, have you written? Write it down. Now, in the curved surface area, we know that dot formula. Have you remembered it? A dot B equal to AB cos theta. A dot B equal to AB cos theta. So, apply here A dot B, A dot B, A dot B. Okay. So, here E dA cos theta plus E dA cos theta plus E dA cos theta. Okay, have you understood? Applying the dot formula, we are writing E dA cos theta, E dA cos theta, E dA cos theta. This is for curved surface area, top surface area and bottom surface area. Okay, have you understood? Right, have you drawn the diagram? By drawing the diagram, you have to write each and every point. Infinitely long wire, charged wire, lambda is L, and we are taking two charged elements A1 and A2. The distance between point P and the charged wire is R, and we are going to find the electric field at the point P, and the lines are extended, they are the electric fields, and we are making a cylindrical symmetry, and in the cylindrical symmetry the circular area has the same electric field at all the points, and we are taking the three areas in a curved surface area, top and bottom surface. Okay, you have to write in words by seeing the diagram itself. It is very easy. Okay, you should know the Gauss law. By applying the Gauss law at three surfaces, you are going to add it. Okay, very easy question. Okay, write it down, children. I think you have drawn the picture. Have you drawn? Okay, I'm going to rub it. Now, in the curved surface area, what is the theta value? Theta value is 0 here, and both the surfaces theta value is 90. Okay. EDA cos 0 plus EDA cos 90 plus EDA cos 90. Okay, and cos 0, the value is 1. So EDA into 1 plus EDA into 0 plus EDA into 0. Cos 90 is 0. Okay, this one is left. Okay, so electric flux electric flux equal to E into dA. Electric flux equal to E into dA. Okay, we know the dot formula, EDA cos theta. Okay, I already told you. Now this equal to Q enclosed, Q, that is the charged, Q enclosed by epsilon 0. It is a formula. Okay, this is by Gauss law. By Gauss law. Okay, EDA equal to Q enclosed by epsilon 0. In the beginning itself, I told you what is Q enclosed equal to lambda, the charged wire or the density into the length L. Okay, that is lambda. Okay, so Q enclosed equal to lambda by L. Lambda by L. So you write flux equal to EDA equal to lambda L by epsilon 0. Okay. Now take E outside. Okay. E is a constant. Take E outside. dA. dA is what? Surface area. Isn't it? We have taken the surface area of a cylinder. So surface area. Surface area is dA. So surface area of a cylinder is what? 2 pi RL. 2 pi RL. This is the surface area of cylinder. Okay. You apply here E into 2 pi RL equal to pi L by epsilon 0. Okay. Pi L by epsilon 0. Now we are going to find electric field. So E vector equal to E, rest come here, lambda L by epsilon 0 into 2 pi RL. 2 pi RL comes down now. So 2 pi RL. Okay. This is the electric field. So in vector form we have to write E vector equal to, is it visible for you? So writing in vector form, E vector equal to lambda L 1 by 2 pi RL into lambda L by epsilon 0 into R cap. This is the electric field. This is the electric field of a cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay. Here E depends upon R. E depends upon 1 by R. Okay. E depends upon E equal to 1 by R. So it depends upon R. But in point charges, in the previous class I taught electric field equal to point charges E equal to 1 by R square. But here 1 by R, but in point charges E by R square. These are the differences. Okay, these are the differences. Okay, children, note it down. Okay, I am going to rub it. Have you written? Now we are going to the second equation. Electric field due to charged infinite plane sheet. Electric field due to charged infinite plane sheet. Charged infinite plane sheet. Okay. Here you are going to consider an infinite plane sheet of charges with a uniform surface charge density. Here also we are going to take a point P. Okay. The plane is infinitely large, so electric field should be same at all the points. Okay. Same at all the points. Okay. Take a infinitely plane sheet in this plane sheet. The charges are present all over. Okay. These I have given positive charges. Okay. Now there is a point from the equidistance. We are taking a point P. The distance is R. Okay. Now in the previous one, as we taken an infinite plane sheet, here we are taking a broad plane sheet. Okay. We are going to find electric field at the point P. Electric field at the point P. Okay. Now we are going to fix a electrical surface, cylindrical surface. Okay. Now we have placed a cylindrical surface. Okay. Cylindrical surface. Okay. Now here is a point Q. Place a point Q, and the distance is same R. So the whole distance is 2R. Whole distance is 2R. Here the electric field goes like this. Here the electric field goes like this. Okay. In this direction. Here that direction. Okay. Now we are going to take two areas. Okay. Here one area and here one area. Okay. Now take it as a P dash. Okay. Not as a Q. Take it as a P dash because there is a P. Here is a P dash. Now here we are taking the area. The electric field goes like this, and the N cap also goes in the same direction. So here and also take a area here. Okay. In this area, it is perpendicular. Okay. Here both the values theta equal to 0. In both area, theta value 0. Here we are taking one area. That area is perpendicular, so theta equal to 90 degree. Electric field here, and here is the N cap. Okay, children. Have you understood the diagram clearly? Okay. Now consider a infinite plane sheet of charges. Okay, with a uniform surface charge density. Okay. In previous one the surface charge density is lambda, but here the surface charge density is sigma. Surface charge density is sigma. Okay. It is charge per unit area. Okay, let P be a point at a distance r from the sheet. Okay, P be a point at a distance r. So since the plate is infinitely large, electric field should be same at all the points. Okay, electric field should be same at all the points. Okay, so a cylindrical Gaussian surface of length 2r. Okay, a Gaussian cylindrical surface. This is the cylindrical surface. Length of 2r is drawn on the plane sheet. Okay, and the surface area is chosen. Two surface area on the cylindrical sides and one on the top. Okay. Right. Now we are going to find the total electric flux. Total electric flux. What is the formula for electric flux? Electric flux equal to closed integral of EdA. Isn't it? EdA. Okay, this is the Gauss law. Okay, now we are going to find electric field at all the 3 points. Okay, on the curved surface area and at P dash and P. Okay, now total electric flux. Total electric flux equal to EdA plus EdA plus EdA. This is at the curved surface area. Curved surface. This is at the point P and this is at the point P dash. This is P dash and that is P. Okay. We are going to find the total electric flux. It is also similar to the previous one. Okay. EdA is the formula. Apply to this area, and this area. To the 3 areas we are going to apply the electric flux. Okay. Now by the dot formula, what is the dot formula? EdA cos theta. Okay. This becomes like this. Okay. So EdA cos theta plus EdA cos theta plus EdA cos theta. Curved surface area P dash and P. Okay. Now here we are going to apply the values. Okay, theta equal to 90 here. Here theta equal to 0. Okay. Apply dA cos 90. Curved surface area 90 plus EdA cos theta. 90 degree no. Here 0 degree. Here 0 degree. So cos 0 plus EdA cos 0. Okay. Now cos 90 the value is 0. Okay. So EdA cos 0 plus EdA cos 90 0 cos 0 1. Okay. Plus EdA cos 1. Okay. This becomes cancels and we have to add this. Okay. So EdA cos theta. So 1 cos theta, here also 1. So it becomes 1. Okay. Cos 0, sorry, cos 90 it becomes 0. And cos 0 it becomes 1. Okay. Now 2 EdA. 1 plus 1 EdA, 2 EdA. Okay. So 2 EdA equal to apply Gauss law. Q enclosed by epsilon 0. So for Q enclosed, here what? Q enclosed equal to sigma by sigma into area. So sigma into area. Okay, sigma into area. So sigma A. So Q equal to sigma A. Okay, keep it that. So here keep E outside, so 2E. Here the area dA. Okay. So integration and area cancels. What happened? It becomes A. Okay. Apply here sigma A by epsilon 0. This both cancels now. So 2E A equal to sigma A by epsilon 0. This A and this A get cancels. Okay. Now what happens? 2E equal to sigma by epsilon 0. Now E equal to E vector equal to sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Now write in vector form, E vector equal to 1 by 2 sigma by epsilon 0 n cap. Okay. Here E depends upon sigma. Okay. E depends upon sigma. Here is not R value. R value is not here. Okay. This R value is not in the equation. So it depends upon sigma. E depends upon sigma. So electric field is dependent on sigma and it is independent upon R. E is perpendicularly away from the plate. E is perpendicularly away from the plate and E is directed inward perpendicular to the plane. And it is direct inward perpendicular to the plane. Okay, children, have you understood? Write down in your notebook. Have you written? Have you written, children? Okay. Right. I'm going to rub it. Have you written? You need time, huh? Okay. Now, electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell. Electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell. Okay. Here there are three cases. Okay. At a point outside the shell, at a point inside the shell, and at a point on the surface of the spherical shell. Okay. Now we are taking a spherical shell. Okay. This is a spherical shell with the distance capital R. Okay. Case 1. Write down case 1. At a point outside the shell. At a point outside the shell. Here, the small r is greater than capital R. Okay? Small r is greater than capital R. Take a spherical shell. Okay? Take a spherical shell R at a distance R from the midpoint. Okay. Now you are going to make a point P here. Okay. This is the point P and make a circle. Okay. Are you visible? Right. Now the distance between this circle and this is small r. So I already told that small r is greater than capital R at a point outside the shell. Okay. Take a point P here. Okay. And here this is a charged sphere. This is a charged sphere. The charge is Q. The surface is charged. Okay. Now electric field is uniform. Uniformly distributed. Electric field is everywhere. Okay. In each and every place there is electric field. So electric field is uniformly distributed. Okay. Now you are going to take a area here. You are going to take a area here. Okay. The electric field is here. So theta equal to 0 degree. Okay. Now see the diagram. There is a spherical shell. Let us choose a point P outside the shell. It is at a distance from the center R. Okay. The charge is uniformly distributed as the sphere is a symmetrical one. Okay. So each and every place the charge is uniform. Okay. So the electric field outward it is greater than 0. So it is inward it is less than 0. Okay. Now we are going to apply the Gauss law. Okay. Electric flux E equal to E dA. This is the Gauss law. Okay. And this equal to Q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay. This is the Gauss law. Do you remember now? Yeah. Electric flux equal to E dA equal to Q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay. Now, for this, you make it this E dA for dot formula E dA cos theta. Apply the dot formula E dA cos theta Q enclosed by epsilon 0. Right? Okay. Now, here cos theta equal to 0. So, the value is 1. So, E dA into 1. Okay. Q enclosed by epsilon 0. Okay. Now, EDA. You put EDA. Now, what is DA? DA is the surface area of a sphere. What is the surface area of a sphere? 4 pi r square. Isn't it? 4 pi r square. Okay. So, take E outside. 4 pi r square equal to Q by epsilon 0. Okay. Now, here E equal to Q by epsilon 0 into 1 by 4 pi r square. Q by epsilon 0 into 1 by 4 pi r square. That's all. Okay. Now write in vector form E vector equal to Q by epsilon 0 into 1 by 4 pi r square into r cap. This is the electric field at a point outside the shell. Okay. You understood? Very easy now. Right. Now in case 2. Case 2 at a point on the surface of the shell. At a point on the surface of the cell. Okay, this is case 2. So, on the surface of the cell, only one difference, okay. In previous one, small r is greater than capital R. But here, small r equal to capital R. That's all. Small r equal to capital R. So, a simple change only happens, okay. See the equation. E equal to, just change the r value, okay. Q by epsilon 0 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. For small r, you have to put capital R square into r cap. That's all. Okay. That's all. This is the second case. It is a very important question. Okay. Study well. Okay. This is written in only small r. Right. Now case 3. Okay. Have you written? Now case 3. At a point inside the shell. Okay. At a point inside the shell. First case we saw outside the shell. Now inside the shell. Okay. Here small r is less than capital R. capital R is larger here. So the diagram is, so outer shell only, this is the charged sphere. Outer surface is the charged sphere. Here we have to place the point P. Okay, here we have to place the point P, and the distance between this and this is R. This is the gas, and this is small r. Okay, so small r is less than capital R. So we have, this outside is the spherical. Okay, spherical charged cell, and inside we are placing a small cell. Okay, at a point P. Okay, at a point P we are going to find electric field. We are going to find electric field. So apply the formula E dA, okay, equal to Q by epsilon 0. Okay, the same formula. Now E dA cos theta, E dA cos theta. Here we are taking the same area. Okay, same area. The 0 is, the theta value equal to 0. Theta value is 0 here. So Q by epsilon 0, and for 0 theta value we put 0. Okay, so E dA cos 0 1. So cos 0 1, Q by epsilon 0. So E dA equal to Q by epsilon 0. Okay. Now the area is dA equal to area, no, 4 pi r square. Apply. So E into 4 pi r square equal to Q by epsilon 0. Q by epsilon 0. Okay. Now the r value is smaller than capital R. So it is very small. So the electric field, so it is very small. So then Q value becomes 0. Q value becomes 0. If Q becomes 0, what happens? Apply Q equal to 0 here. E into 4 pi r square equal to 0 by epsilon 0. E equal to 0. E equal to 0. So electric field at a point inside the cell is 0. Electric field inside the point becomes 0. Okay, children, you understood? Okay, now homework. Okay, write the 3 derivations. Okay, the 3 derivations which I taught you today. First one, charged wire. This is plain sheet. And third one, spherical shell. Okay. These 3 derivations you have to write it in your classwork note first of all. Okay. And the first one, okay, the charged wire. The first one only you have to write it in your homework note. Do you understood? 3 equations you have to write it in your classwork note. First equation you have to write it as a homework. Okay, and make it all the 3 as a classwork and assignment. Okay, assignment you can take 2 or more days. Okay, homework you have to submit the same day. Okay, children, that's all today. Thank you.
ठीक है, अरे ये लड़ना है।